Okay. Oh, we gotta bring it up. Bring it up. You're. Okay. I think we good there. Definitely was not prepared. I definitely was not prepared. You're. What's going on, fam? We're gonna be tapping in today with the African Tarot, which I don't know if we're gonna be using this deck for the whole reading, so I brought the Wild Unknown out as well. We're gonna wing it and kind of see. I got this one as well. We're gonna wing it and kind of see like where we go with this. The Empress at the bottom of the deck. Okay, and the Knight of Cups. Let's see. The title for today is this is triggering. Is what the fuck it is. I was just pulling cards and I did it with the members. And I was like in denial. I wasn't even gonna add that to the title, but for my members, when y'all see those cards, y'all gonna be like, oh, okay, heard you. The separation is divinely guided, and turn your pain into purpose. I hope everyone's having a good Saturday so far. I hope that if you haven't yet, you got your ass up and brought your ass outside to go touch some grass. It is beautiful outside. And we're going to be here for a little bit. So please, please, please don't hesitate to hit that like button on your way in. It's free. It don't cost y'all nothing. And thank you guys for those of y'all who are tapping in. Ooh, darling, the separation. Two of Cups in the reverse. Why I'm hearing the Monica is just one of those days. It's going to be one of those readings, collective. It's going to be one of those readings. Funny. Somebody's like, yeah, ha, really not funny. Damn. Holy shit. So the Five of Wands, and when I went to pick up the Five of Wands, I realized there was another card there, which is the Empress. I was going to say the Queen of something. It's the Empress. Two of Cups in the reverse, the Five of Wands, and the Empress. And in the title, like it says in the title, the separation is divinely guided. I think whoever this Empress is, this person, this energy, I think they understand. Holy shit. The fact that the cards are like flying off to the left here, it's funny. What's that song? Who sings that shit? Is it Rihanna? Because I don't really listen to Beyonce, but I think it is Beyonce. It's an old song. And she's like, to the left, to the left. All the cards are flying to the left. Four of Cups. Four of Cups. This would also would have been a Six of Cups. 4 and 2 would have been a Six of Cups. It would have been a Six of Cups. Somebody may have been taking part in some type of reconciliation energy. I don't know how far that got because, again, the Two of Cups is in the reverse. Somebody has this understanding like, yeah, nah, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're great. But is this energy of like crashing out because the Five of Wands is here? I think someone's crashing out because it's like, son, I did all of that for nothing. I think that's the energy, which, oh my God. I still got the rest of my day to go. I got shit to do today, Spirit. So please don't fuck up my feng shui today. Please. I gotta be bien contenta today with what I gotta do today. So please don't fuck up my schmood. Because the way this is looking, at least with the 4 of Cups in the upright, because it could have been all 6 cups in the reverse. And it would have told us essentially the same shit, right? No valió la pena, nigga. It was not worth it, right? But the fact that the 4 of Cups is in the upright, that would tell me that someone at the very least understands, like, okay, I get it. Like, all right, I ain't got to go through that another, I don't know how many times before I get the gist of what you're trying to tell me, Spirit. You know what I mean? So there is that understanding that something is a 4 of Cups. There is that understanding that something isn't equal, that something isn't mutual. 2 of Cups in the reverse. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure where, because it's not on the table, but like, so I'm not entirely sure where this is like coming from, or where this, and maybe that's the message. Somebody may be gaining some type of insight in regard to a situation. This shit is mad uncomfortable. In regard to a situation that has been prolonged, is the word that they're giving me. But there is insight here. There's someone who's like understanding something in a way that they didn't before, or understanding something that they just couldn't even grasp prior. Insight. Where that word comes from, as far as this reading is concerned, I'm not sure, but it could just be that. It could just be that someone, it's like you wake up one day and you just like, oh, okay, got you, heard you, I see it. We ain't gotta go through that no more. Someone also no longer wants, someone no longer has the desire for some type of explanation. Touche. Like, someone's like, it don't even matter why something transpired. It is what it is. You are who you are. And like, whatever. It is what it is, you know? It is what it is. You're the sun. The sun. With the 7 of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. It is what it is. Someone's also no longer questioning why something transpired the way it did. If this is not romantic, hi Nadine, if this is not romantic, this is work related, or some type of project you've been taking shape in, or whatever the case is, there is this, it's the same energy of like, yo, I worked so hard for this. I put so much energy into this. I put so much time into this, and it's still not delivering. It should have been, by my calculations, taken off. It should have been built. It should have been at this point, whatever this point is. But there's a feeling here of like, yo, it should have been at the very least at this point. And it hasn't. It hasn't bared no fruit. It hasn't shown no type of growth. I want to be very careful with that. No. That's funny. Es mejor dejarlo. Yo, that's insanity. First of all, that song is as old as my daughter. That car that just passed by. It's a reggaeton song, and I'm gonna be blasting that shit all day today, because yo, I haven't heard that song in mad long. Basically what the song is saying is like, it's best to just let shit be. It ain't worth it. It's essentially what the guy is saying in the song. If this is not work related, it's something you put a lot of energy into, and I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of resentment. Whether romantic or not, there's a lot of resentment here, because I got the 7 of Wands. Three of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and the Sun. So somebody is moving forward. Somebody does understand, okay, we're going to move on. We're going to let shit be. Okay. But there is a lot of resentment here. Maybe not even for the other person, if there is another person involved. But more so just for like yourself. Like there's a lot of resentment. Like, why the fuck did I spend so much time there? Why did I put so much energy into this? Why did I allow X, Y, and Z? Like there's a lot of like that. And it comes off as resentment. There's a lot of it. If someone's moving forward, but they're carrying that resentment, and it almost comes off as it, not that it comes off, it turns into some type of seclusion, some type of solitude, which is interesting because between today and tomorrow, Virgo season is officially done. Thank God. Virgo season was not fun for me. I don't know if it was this eclipse energy. I don't know if it was like the north and south nodes and like how they playing games, because they're in a, this whole eclipse thing is exactly in the same placements that I have them in my own personal chart. So maybe just for me, I don't know. Virgo season wasn't it. It was not it. And I usually love like this time of the year, but like we're going to retry this for October. My favorite month anyway, so we're going to retry this in October. We're officially walking into Libra season. And so maybe that's why this is coming up now, because there's going to be a need to balance this out. Quite literally, quite frankly, with the Seven of Wands. Like, you're going to need to come to a space where, because you're not going to be able to move forward entirely. You're not going to be able to actually move forward into the sun, no matter how much, Three of Pentacles, no matter how many people you have on your team, if this is work related, no matter how much help you're getting from spirit guides, if this is like internally, right? We were just talking about Hermit season. It don't matter. It don't matter how much of the Three of Pentacles you have or you've acquired. If you're still harboring the Seven of Wands, if you're still harboring this resentment, the way the Seven of Wands is coming up, then that trip to the sun, that trip into happiness, that path is going to be a difficult one. It's not going to be as smooth a transition as it could be had you left this at the door where it belongs, essentially. Because now I'm looking at, I got the Seven of Wands with the 5, which if I'm not mistaken, it is a Three of Wands. 7 and 5 is 12. 12. I had to redo that in my brain, which equates to a Three of Wands. You were supposed to move forward with a Three of Wands. Instead, someone's moving forward with a Seven of Wands. Someone's also hell-bent on this. Someone, okay, so in the title, when I put turn your pain into purpose, someone who, because for some of you it's resentment, but for others, there's this energy with the Seven of Wands, because now that I'm looking at it as a Three of Wands, there's an energy here where someone is turning their pain and conflict and all of that, determined to turn that into purpose, into pleasure, into something bigger, something greater, because this does equate to a Three of Wands. Three of Wands speaks of faith. It speaks of vitality. That's not even like a technical meaning, but that's the word that they're like making very vibrant with that Three of Wands, vitality. It's vital, essentially, that you have that Three of Wands and that you're not in that Seven of Wands as far as resentment is concerned. Oh, someone's saying the Seven of Wands is needed. And so this bit of resentment, I'm going to need that in order to push forward. Somebody may have doubted you. Okay, this makes sense now. Got you. Heard you. Somebody may have doubted your ability to do something. Somebody may have doubted your motive on why you want to do something or why you're doing something. Something's going to happen that is going to put things into perspective, not back into perspective. Something's going to happen that's going to put things into perspective for the people who are doubting you, which in a sense puts things back into perspective for you. Because I think someone doubting you, whoever I'm speaking to, someone doubting you, doubting your energy, or people doubting you and your energy and your motives and your reasons and all the things, really put you in like a really shady space. And it's not like shady, you were doing shady shit, shady. Like I literally mean shade. Like you were in a, it wasn't dark. Okay. All right. This makes sense now. The way I'm like, okay, because I was kind of worried about this reading. Even from the title, I was a little bit worried, but this makes sense. Somebody wasn't necessarily in a dark space. They were just catching shade, quite literally. Like, You know when they say somebody's throwing shade? Somebody was catching the shade that was being thrown at them, even if it was energetically, even if it was from people that you loved and people that claim to love you. The way that they were doubting you, the way that they were doubting your ability to do something or to change something or to be something, it really put you in a really shady spot. And so I mean, when I say shady, I mean shady like you were catching all the shade. You were literally catching all the shit, all the innuendos and shit they were throwing up. Was I catching? Was I catching? Was I talking about something like this in the last live? I think I was. I think I was. But a shady spot. So you know when somebody says, oh, I'm in a dark space, like I'm not getting out of bed, I'm not eating, blah, 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 blah. Not blah, 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 but like I'm tired of talking about that. But you know when somebody says they're in a dark space, this is somebody who's not in necessarily a dark space. Like they're getting up, they're getting to work, they're doing what they need to do, they're functioning. But they are in a shady space to where it's like, again, they're not moving funny in regards to other people. They're not being shady, quote unquote, but they're catching the shade. And so it's kind of dimming their light. Somebody's allowing other people's energy or other people's projections to dim their light. That should have been in my title. Why I didn't get those cards? Why you had to take me through the mud to get me to this part? Well, look at why. All right, we're gonna move on from this deck because no cap, but like this is kind of triggering me. So we're gonna hope these messages go away and we get some better ones. How does... Okay, we like that. The Wild Unknown. That was the African Tarot, for anybody who was like, what was that? That was the African Tarot that we were just pulling from, and now we're pulling from the Wild Unknown. And the way that the deck flew out, as you guys saw, the High Priestess and the Ten of Wands, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. Somebody doesn't want to dwell on certain things that have transpired, even if it's like lessons that you've had to learn. Somebody doesn't want to dwell on that. Somebody is more so like, listen, it happened. It is what it is. Moving forward. Something that was really big to someone, something that was really prominent, pivotal for someone. Someone has compressed it and made it very small. And for whoever was involved, you doing that is essentially going to make them feel very small. It's this energy of like you no longer have relevance. The situation that I went through with you is no longer relevant. And more than that, you're no longer relevant. Someone is going to feel really small. I don't know if this is you. I don't know if this is somebody else. I don't know. Wow. Wow. Five of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Somebody's going to feel really small because you've compressed them. I think I was talking about something like this in the last live. I was just questioning that, and I think I'm right, but I'm not even going to get into that too much. I'm done. Is it the same car going around the block? Because that's not the same album, but that's another reggaeton song that's mad old, as old as my daughter. And he literally just, in that song in particular, he says, it was just a fling. Like it is what it is. It ain't nothing bigger than that. Like, don't get in your head. I don't even know the name of that song. No es tan difícil de él, que yo solo fui una aventura. Somebody could have moved on. Somebody, all right, if this is romantic, we're not going to be on this for long. But if there's a romantic situation, there's something here where it's like a third party, but it's not a third party. And so that tells me that somebody else is involved, but this is not like a cheating thing, right? And so, like, two people break up, and then someone, like, moves on with someone else, or moves on and ends up with someone else, rather. It's better to say it that way. And someone else is like, well, wait a minute, what you mean? Like, so this was just like that's it? That's all this meant to you? It's like that. It's like, so you're just going to move on with somebody else? You're just going to build with somebody else after everything we went through? That's literally what that song was just saying. This is the second time in this reading that this happens to me. And I'm low-key wondering if it's the same fucking car going around the block playing this album, which... the Maflo Do album. Both of those songs, the one that we hit off before and the one that just passed right now, both of those songs are on the same... it's not even an album, it's like a mixtape. Either way, that's gonna fuck with me all day, by the way. I just want to let y'all know. Five of Swords and the Ace of Cups. This right here is somebody literally saying... somebody's giving you a hard time or will give you a hard time because you're putting yourself first, because you're choosing yourself. The Ace of Cups. It's like once you put up boundaries, and it came out this way, actually. Once you put up certain boundaries, it's now an issue for other people because they don't like that. They don't like that. You have boundaries means they can't play the games that they were playing with you. It means that they are not going to be able to do the certain things that they were doing and getting away with in regard to you. And somebody doesn't... they're not cool with that. They're not happy about that at all. Five of Swords, Ace of Cups. This is also, if we're looking at it from the other perspective, this is somebody who's now with the boundaries and now choosing themselves and now loving themselves. And they're literally making it like a hard time for anybody else to try to penetrate that. Like it's gonna be hard for anyone else to come in. They're gonna have to be better or equivalent to my peace, my Ace of Cups. Somebody's learned a lesson in a really painful way. I gotta say that with the Five of Swords. That water's frozen. Give me a minor brain freeze. Was that the Moon and the Wheel of Fortune? Hold on. No, it's not the Moon. Hold up, hold up. Don't fall. Don't make a mess. I just want to see. I just want to see. Holy shit. Oh, okay. Damn, I thought this was... oh, the Moon is here. Seven of Cups, the World, and the Moon. I don't want to lift it because then I don't... if I see the other cards, I'm going to be like... it's going to be more... anyway, whatever. We'll just do it. Fuck it. Seven of Cups. Here's the camera. I'm over here. Seven of Cups. The Hangman. Oh, shit. It's the Queen of Pentacles. The Hangman. The World. I thought it was the Wheel of Fortune. The Moon is here. Five of Pentacles. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune is heat. Wait a minute. Holy shit. So with this Queen of Pentacles is a Nine of Wands. I don't like... literally tell me who else does readings like this. How discombobulated is this? Like, what are we doing? It makes sense though, right? So Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. And for my members, because when I was doing the title already, y'all know I pull cards and stuff, and I'm uploading it for the members. The King and Queen of Pentacles came out in that reading. Like when y'all see that, it's like 10 minutes, right? But when y'all see that reading, how I got this title, your girl was on the verge of like crashing the fuck out. And I originally thought the World was the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is here. So when I first flipped the thing, I said, oh, it's not the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune's not here. The Wheel of Fortune is here. But notice it's the last card that I noticed. And so something has changed. Something has transformed. Something is going to be different. You're just not going to notice it off the rip. It's going to take some time for you to notice this. And it's going to be something that you're going to have to do or go. Like, you're going to go into it not knowing how you're going to get this done. This right here is a whole reading. Again, I don't know on what other platform they do shit like this, but this literally gave us a whole read. Seven of Cups right here. I'm not sure how to move forward here. I'm not sure how this looks after this. I haven't made sense of anything. I haven't made sense of why certain things transpired. I haven't made sense of what the fuck happens now. I haven't even made sense of like even the space I'm in right now. Like, because I was just talking about the shade, somebody being in a shady space where it wasn't like a dark space. I wasn't in deep enthralled in depression. This feels very weird because I'm not depressed, but I mean it's low-key good because I'm not depressed, but like this feels very weird to me. I'm not used to this. It's either I'm good or I'm not good. And this medium, it's I guess a happy medium, but I'm like even weary about saying the word happy. That's the energy that I'm getting surrounding this Seven of Cups, especially because it's the Hangman is the next card that we saw. Seven of Cups and the Hangman. Someone is enthralled in uncertainty surrounding what transpired to get them to where they are. Where the fuck are they even? And how the fuck do I move from here? And what am I supposed to be doing in this space? Like in this space, because I'm not productive. I'm not functioning, right? I'm still getting up. I'm still doing, but what's the point of this space that I'm in this moment? I think a lot of us are going to resonate with this, not just somebody who's like going through a breakup or going through some type of big life change. I think even for those of us who have felt like the energy has been stagnant as of lately because of everything with the eclipse. I'm not the astrologer here. That's usually my girl Shayna, but I don't know if she's in the chat or she's gonna watch this, but that's not me. I'm not the astrologer. So I've been refraining from speaking about the eclipse because first of all, it triggers me because I know it's gonna affect me really bad because of the placements. But I'm not the astrologer, so I don't know. But this has been like a theme. There you go, that's the word. This has been like a theme for a lot of us in the last like several weeks. I was gonna say few, but then several. And I don't know, maybe because it's Seven of Cups. I don't know. Either way, I heard somebody say it was the end of a 7-year cycle. I heard that from somebody recently. I heard someone. There's a guy on YouTube. He's an older guy. He's probably from like a different, like the UK or some shit, because he has like an accent. His name is Ablas or Ablis, something like that. I gotta look this up. I literally was just listening to one of his videos. He has kind of like a YouTube podcast, and he's an astrologer, and so he goes into depth about like different placements and like what's transpiring. He does like daily videos of like what's occurring astrologically. And so I heard him recently last week. He was talking about a placement. I don't even know the relevance of this, of why they're making me talk about this, because I don't know if that happened already or if it's going to happen. Either way, he was talking about some type of conjunction, square, something that was taking place that was relevant to the things that were transpiring in our lives 18 years ago. And he kept saying 18 years ago was the last time XYZ. 18 years ago was the last time XYZ. And it kept, like, it made me feel like I was regurgitating every time he kept saying 18 years. Because if you knew where I was 18 years ago, I don't even believe where I was 18 years ago. I think in this almost huge age of mine of almost 40, I think back to 18 years ago, and I can't believe that it, like, I feel like when I get older, I'm gonna have some type of dementia, I swear to God, and I feel like I'm gonna look back at that time of my life 18 years ago and think that definitely didn't happen to me. I must have read that shit. I had a dream, maybe. I dreamt it, but it wasn't really my reality. Like, I have this fucking inkling that when I'm old, I'm gonna look back and remember my young life coming into my 20s of it being like fake. Like, it didn't actually happen. Like, that's how traumatizing. So when the guy was saying 18 years ago this, 18 years ago this, it made me feel like I was regurgitating every time he was saying that. So I guess, and I mean, I guess that it is relevant here for me, myself, the way it comes up, the Seven of Cups and the Hangman. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know how I got here. I don't know what I'm going to do to get the fuck out of here. I don't even know if I'm here, so I'm supposed to be here, right? Right? And so, but like, what am I supposed to be doing here? Like, what's the reason? Like, there's so many questions here with the Seven of Cups and the Hangman. The very next card is the World. This is literally somebody's energy of like, it's fight or flight. I just was talking to the members about this when I was getting the damn title. Fight or flight, because it's like, yo, I don't know much of anything. I don't have any actual answers, but what I know is that something gotta give. And tell me that's the Empress behind the fucking World. We saw the Empress first card with the African Tarot that we just pulled from. And, yeah. Something got to give. Something has to change. I don't know what. I don't know how. I don't know when. But I just know I can't stay here. I just know I can't continue to do this. This may be somebody's energy in regards to like a living situation, a job, patterns, behaviors, friendships, romantic relationships, all the things. I don't know what, like why I got to this point, but I know I'm no longer going to continue on this path because this shit, we not doing this no more. We not. And look at this. The moon. The moon. Because I originally thought the world card was the moon. I thought this card was the moon. I originally thought I was seeing the Wheel of Fortune and the moon. And the Wheel of Fortune and the moon are both here, but those wasn't the cards that I was originally looking at. The moon speaks of things that are hidden, things that are deep down, things that are actually in the dark. So I just was talking about somebody who was in a shady space. And it's because there's a lot of things that are being uncovered from the dark. The darkness being like negativity, but also the darkness being like past. Things that someone has to like dig up. I was just talking about regurgitating. I don't like that word, actually. I feel like I just said it like 5 times, but I genuinely don't like that word. It don't even sound cute. You know what I mean? It don't sound appetizing. But the 5 of Pentacles, the moon and the 5 of Pentacles, whatever this is how I got the title too. Because so in the reading that I did with the members that's loading now, the King and Queen of Pentacles came out both in the upright, triggered the fuck out of me, darling. Triggered me. Like, I apologize in the video a few times to the members, and I'm gonna apologize now because, like, the way those cards flew out, especially after like last week, it came up in the live, but it also came up a lot for the members with that King of Pentacles was in the reverse for most of the time. Last week it came up. There was an interesting situation going on where the King of Pentacles, we then at some point started seeing the King of Cups and the Emperor, and there was like a whole thing with that. So this has just been like a whole thing. So when the cards came out today, literally like about an hour ago, I was pulling cards for the members, and it came out King of Pentacles in the upright. I don't even remember the card. There was a card in the middle of them. I don't remember what card it was, but it was like an ending. An ending. No, it was a 3 of Pentacles. It was the King of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles, which is the 5 of Pentacles. And so this is how I got the title. And this is why it brought me to talk about this now, because it's the 5 of Pentacles that I'm looking at, again, with the moon. We just saw the moon, and now we're seeing the 5 of Pentacles. But the King and the Queen were both in the upright. And then now here again, we have the Queen of Pentacles. There's one, if I'm talking about if I'm tapping in with a female who's like a single mom, there's one thing, that is because I even always told this to my daughter when she was growing up, like, no matter who comes in our life, no matter who goes from our lives, there's one thing that is going to be relevant and prominent and never going to change is I'm going to always be here, Queen of Pentacles. No matter who stays, no matter who goes, no matter how long someone's around, every day the one thing you can count on is that I'm going to still be here. And I am hearing that. So I don't know if I'm talking to a single mom, because it's something I have always told my daughter. I don't know, because it's literally the Queen of Pentacles with the 9 of Wands, and I'm holding the cards like this because if I hold it any other way, cards are gonna fall, and then it's gonna change the message, and I'm just trying to move forward here. This little fucking fly is annoying. And I don't know, I should have kept that in my hand, because it's essentially the Queen of Pentacles. It's like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but it's something's gonna give. Something got to change. I just said this with the world. This Queen of Pentacles may be going from one space to like a really abundant space, because we did see the world with the Empress. And so if it's the Queen of Pentacles saying this, whether it's a man or a woman, it's the energy that I'm tapping into. But this Queen of Pentacles energy, somebody is literally, because even if this is not like a single mom, if this is anything to do with work, even if it has nothing to do with romance, the message is still the same. There's an energy here of feeling very restricted and also feeling very combustible. Another word I don't like, but where the fuck, but I don't know. Either way, it feels very restricted, very combustible, right? I don't know why, but like I also want to say this is almost somebody's like, yo, this is dreading, somebody's dreading this, which you shouldn't. It sounds like a lot, and you shouldn't. And look, 3 of Wands. You shouldn't, because no matter what, like, this sounds messy, this feels really deep, this feels like a lot, but it's so fucking worth it in the end. And another thing I've always like said, especially to my daughter, like, so every day, my dad used to say something to me when I kind of changed it for my daughter. I always told her, like, it seems like a lot of shit to do, and maybe it is a lot of shit to do, but the point is you got to go step by step. So if you do, even if it's something that's like 1,000 steps that you got to get through, don't look at it as a whole like, damn, 1,000 steps this is gonna drive me. Don't look at it like that, because that's gonna keep you from doing it. It's gonna keep you procrastinating. Look at it like you got to take first step. This is the first step out of 999, right? That's what comes before 1,000. And then you take the next step, and then now it's 998 that you got left. But it's all right, but you just finished doing 2 steps. Just keep going, each step at a time. Somebody feels like something is going to be hard for them to do, and I guess that's why it comes up. That's why it's come up like that, because it's this energy of finding, not necessarily, I mean, I guess the courage, but also finding the drive to execute something, to finish something, to see something through, to finally see something through. The way that they're telling me that is finally see something through. Someone may feel like they've created a mess. Bota eso, bótalo. I was just talking about one of the OGs that was texting me when I went, when I was filming earlier, and that it happened the other day, right? The same OG was texting me and I was filming. And it just goes to show, like, how tapped in we is, right? Because what are the odds? I was saying that in the beginning of this live. And now we get the star, right? Which is ironic how this ties in, because that specific OG is an Aquarius gang like me, you know what I mean? So the star, Aquarius gang, right? But also what makes me bring this up is when I say what I'm about to say, I hope she don't even watch this back, because she's going to be like, bitch, I hate you forever. Yo. What I was just about to say, right, was that don't look at the bigger picture. Just focus on what it is at hand that you have to, like, fix, take care of, do, whatever, right? And I was about to say, like, somebody made a mess of something, or somebody has, like, a lot of things to, like, make up for, or a lot of things to fix, whatever. It's like, think of, like, when somebody buys a house and they buy, like, a fixer-upper type of house, and it's like, the money that I'm going to put into this fixer-upper it's still not going to equate to, like, how much I would pay for a brand new house. I would still be making a killing off of this house, whether I live in it afterwards or sell it. But it's just a lot of work that I got to do. And somebody keeps looking at that, right? But if you do one thing at a time, at the end of the day, once the house is built and fixed, like, you're going to be grateful that you didn't just go and take, like, the easy route and buy, like, a house that was already done. Feel me? So I don't know, maybe somebody may be buying a house. If that's the case, congratulations, right? Whether you're buying it to rent it, fix it, live in it, whatever the case is, congratulations, that's a big deal. But the house was just it was just an example, a metaphor, so to speak. Because reason why I'm saying this is because of the card that's here, right? So the card that's here has been through the trenches with us on this platform. For the last few years, we've been dogging this fucking card because of how triggered a lot of us can be by this energy. Which is also why I brought up my OG, because literally I still have to call her because at this point, that's about to be a 6-hour phone call at this point. So yesterday she hit me up and she was talking to me about some things that kind of resonated with the last live that we did here together. And I even said to her, like, yo, in the last live, so and such and such and such came out, and I didn't even really remember like the message, but I know that the fucking card had came out, right? And so I made a mental note last night to like go back and look at that live from I think it was last week. And now even more so, I gotta go back and look at that before I speak to her, because I don't really remember how he came out. But here he is again, the fucking King of Cups. So last week, the King of Cups and the Emperor came out, and I vaguely remember the King of Cups. It was the Queen of Swords and the Emperor, because I went on a whole tangent about this, right? And then I thought to myself, not the Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. Did I say Queen of Cups? It was the Queen of Swords, the Emperor, and the King of Cups. But the way that it came out, the King of Cups was like at the bottom of the deck. And essentially I was talking about the Queen of Swords and the Emperor, and the OGs know that those two are a pair for me, the way that I read. I did a whole series on this. We did a whole thing here on this platform. And so I remember last week talking about that. And then as I was talking and, you know, doing the whole thing, I look under the deck and it's the fucking King of Cups. And I vaguely remember saying a Queen of Swords was playing around with a King of Cups. And not playing, but like wasting time essentially. And even that I don't want to say, because I don't think the time was wasted. But I think she was pouring in energy because she was trying to, I think she saw, it's this energy of like seeing potential in something. But you can see all the potential in the world, and unless you see that potential being lived out, don't just go by the potential that someone has or something has, right? Because even a business, if we're not talking about people, a business could have potential. Any business could have potential. But if it doesn't have the right machine behind it, whether it's a person or an actual machine, if it don't have that right machine, or if someone's birth chart doesn't have the right components in the right places, you could have all the potential. So many of us have the potential to be entrepreneurs, to be millionaires, to be this, to be that. We have that potential, but unless we have the right placements in the right space, which again, go talk to my girl Shayna. I hope she catches this, because she the astrologer here, not me. But like, if you have the right components, then you can actually be that. But until you have those components in check, or until you have that battery in your bag, so to speak, you just have the potential. You're just the potential. And so just the potential, and I'm tapping into that with the King of Cups. I tapped in last week a little bit, and then now it's, because I didn't focus too much on the King of Cups. My thought, the whole point of the message was the Queen of Swords and the Emperor. But the King of Cups was prominent last week. And the fact that the OG brought up the King of Cups just yesterday to me. We just were talking about this yesterday. And also the fact that I've been talking about that OG specifically since the beginning of this read. I came into this live like, oh shit, the OG texts me. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me finish this. I gotta hit her back. Like, I came in like that. That was the energy. And then this is how we're essentially going to be ending. Not that I'm ending right now, because I do want to pull from another deck. We'll probably pull from the Key Masters. That's the one that I have out and it's like looking at me. So we'll probably go there. But this right here is very triggering for me, because the King of Cups, we've been picking up the King of Cups energy for the last few years as someone who is non-fucking verbal. And it's very triggering, because this person, no matter how much potential this person has to do or you know, accomplish or achieve, this person doesn't apply. And like, even when it comes to something as simple as like being direct as far as what they feel, whether it's good or bad, whatever it is you feel, you're entitled to feeling. You know what I mean? And so the whole point was that this King of Cups wasn't vocal and didn't apply himself or herself. This could be a man or a woman. It's a very mute energy. Very triggering for me specifically, because it's like, what the fuck is you scared of, bro? Like, just speak your piece. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, it's mad corny to me. So, here we are with the King of Cups and the Star card. This would tell me that this is yet another chance for a King of Cups to reinvent themselves, rebuild themselves. And it also ties in kind of, because I just was talking for a few minutes about taking that first step. Going from 1,000 steps to 999 steps, 998 steps, and just seeing something through that way. And I don't know, maybe that message is for someone who feels or has been in a King of Cups position. Like, there's a lot that I would have to fix. This whole reading, because even I was tapping in, I still don't even remember if it was Beyonce or Rihanna. One of them bitches got a song that's like, to the left, everything you own in a box to the left. I think that's Beyonce. All the cards been falling out today, to the left. All the fucking cards been falling out. I think I don't know, like 3 different songs for today. 3 or 4 different songs pulled up in today's live reading. Wow. 10 of Wands, and it's in the reverse. And it was face down. With the King of Cups at the bottom, King of Cups is no longer at collective. The headache that I'm getting, because this shit cannot be made up. This is not the Emperor right here. Why I thought the fucking King of Cups was still going to be at the bottom. The Emperor. And he wasn't even at the bottom. He just was poking out. It's the Daughter of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. With the Emperor. Page of Swords with the Emperor. I got the Star and I got the 10 of Wands in the reverse. Somebody may be very much aware. Somebody's paying attention to how someone else is moving. There's also there's an underlying understanding here. Somebody doesn't have to speak. Somebody doesn't speak about how they feel. But when dealing with a particular person at work, in love, whatever, they don't necessarily have to articulate how they're feeling. This is like the 3rd time we see this today. Even more for me, because I don't know why I feel like this 5 of Wands might have been in the members reading too. This is 6 Wands though. 10 and the 5 is 6 Wands. And now the Queen of Cups. Two of Cups, which we originally saw this in the reverse before. 2 of Cups, excuse me. And the Daughter of Swords again. Two of Cups and the Daughter of Swords. Somebody, listen, somebody could be in denial about a connection, whether it's them and someone else, or somebody's in denial about someone else and their connection to something. I don't know why they're showing me children. Somebody could be in denial about how much their child needs their other parent, or somebody's in denial about how much someone's absence affects them. Romantic, platonic. Someone could be in denial about their role at work. Someone's in denial, right? The thing is that there's other people, or there's another person that sees this link, because it looks like a direct link, clear as day. And so this, you could be anyone in this situation, right? Your energy, because it's almost like, if this is work related, this is somebody telling you, yo, you need to start a podcast. You know how many people have been telling me that? I'm on it, I promise. But like, this is that energy of someone saying you need a you don't see it, but like, turn the camera on, fuck the cards, fuck a vlog, fuck all the other shit you're doing, turn the camera on and start talking. You need a podcast. I don't see it. I feel like I talk for a fucking living. How much more can you guys want to hear? You know what I'm saying? And so But there's the energy of like, just trust me, just do it, just do it, just trust me, just do it. It could be you could be telling someone like, yo, you need to start working with kids. You need to do that. Like, yo, I can see it, I can see the connection, I can see what you need to be doing, that because if you do that, you're gonna fulfill your purpose. Like, it's obvious to other people, it's not obvious to the person. Reason why I'm saying this is because the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, it's almost like the Queen of Cups is telling the king, you need to speak, because it's gonna be a good thing for you. It's gonna be a good thing for you. You need to speak. You need to, because I think seeing the Ten of Wands like this, that means at some point it was like this, or it needs to be like this. And this is someone who's given up. This is someone who's like done, released. It is what it is. But in the reverse, this is a King of Cups, because the King of Cups came out with this. So this would have been the King of Cups, like throwing their hands in the air. Like, it is what it is. It's too much to pick up. This is too complex for me to figure out a way through this. You see all the wands, how they're all messy? And someone else is saying, no. Pick it up one at a time. Just pick it up one at a time. You need to be doing that. Like, I'm telling you, just do it, and it's going to be better off for yourself. This could be a conversation between a parent and a child. It's eclipse season. It's a new moon. Even me and Izzy was ready to each other just last night. Like, it is what it is. This could be somebody telling someone else, like, bro, if you do it this way, you won't have none of these problems. Just do it. Everybody got free will, so I don't know if somebody's just going to do something, you know? I don't know if somebody's going to take heed. Because I kind of got sidetracked with that just do it energy, because quite honestly, it's the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is an action. So whoever's observing, that's the message. If somebody sees that if you do this, you won't have half the problems you have. So maybe this message could be for somebody who's in a Page of Swords. Because I'm saying just do it, but somebody's not even saying it. Somebody's just like, if this person if that King of Cups would have just been authentic and real from the beginning with that Queen of Swords that we kept seeing, that King of Cups could have elevated. Like, the King of Cups could have been in a really good position. But they didn't do that. So because they didn't speak up, the Emperor got the Queen of Swords. I'm just using the cards as an example, but this is somebody who's like, this could even be a kid learning from your mistakes, which as a parent, I feel like we would all hope that our kids learn from our mistakes rather than repeat our mistakes, right? Because again, the page doesn't speak of action. The page speaks of observance. It could also be a letter, a message, but like, it's an owl. And owls are supposed to be wise. And so there's someone here that's like, because I didn't see my King of Cups father speak up and articulate for himself. I saw him lose himself. I saw him fall into depression. I saw him go from the shady spot into a dark spot, right? I saw, no pun intended. I saw him lose my mom, the love of his life. This is all examples. But like, this is someone saying like, because I saw this, I'm not going to repeat this. I'm going to learn, the owl, from the things that I've observed, Page of Swords. I'm going to do different. I'm going to do better. Somebody may have a child who is learning and has learned from the mistakes that they've made. But I think that the person I'm tapping into may not be ready to admit that their child is breaking generational curses that even they partook in. Did I say that right? I think I said that right. Somebody told me one time that they love to watch my readings because instead of just reading the cards and spewing the message, somebody was like, yo, you go in depth and explain to us why something is trippy for you, what resonates, how it resonates. Like, you go into so much detail about certain things that's why I love to watch your reading. And people have also told me like that the teaching aspect, they've learned a lot about tarot in watching my readings. The reason why I'm saying this is because for me, I hate that I do that. Like, I hate that I always come into my readings, no matter how many years we've been doing this, which, by the way, our anniversary is coming up in the next few weeks. It's craziness. But no matter how long we've been doing this together, I always come into these readings like, I'm going to pull some cards. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get out of it. That's it. That's all. That's what we're going to do. I always come in with that mentality. And you would think by now that I would just embrace the fact that once I get on, I'm going to be on for a while because I got to break everything down. I hate that about myself. But, like, it is what it is. Yo. My dad used to always be like, people who have misunderstandings with you is not valid. Yo, and growing up, I used to think I'm his daughter. I'm the youngest daughter, right? So, of course, twin, right? He's just going to always make excuses for me. But, like, as I've gotten older, I understand exactly what he meant. Like, literally, people who have misunderstandings with me are just hell-bent on misunderstanding me. Because the way I articulate myself, like, I go into depth about, I give you a blueprint. So there's no way you can misunderstand when we communicate. You know what I mean? My fucking dad, bro. 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords, and what I was just saying. Somebody did something that was fucked up to you. Or you did it to somebody else. I don't know. But they're acting like they don't realize that what they did was wrong. Or they don't see why it was so wrong. Something along those lines. But I literally was just saying how my dad used to say, if somebody is beefing with you, or like, he didn't say beefing, he didn't talk like that, but my dad used to say, anybody who has a misunderstanding with you, and it's long-lived, just you have to just come to grips with the fact that that's what their intention is. They are intending to misunderstand you. Because the way I articulate myself, he used to always say that, the way you articulate yourself, the way you go into depth, the way you give like details about what you're feeling and how you're feeling and why you're feeling those ways, and the way you're also open to and receptive to listening to their input and stuff, there's no way you can come out of situations with people still misunderstanding you after you've already hit them with the okie doke. Like, if that's the case and you're ever in a bind with a friend or something, or a lover or whatever, and they're misunderstanding you, and you've given a whole blueprint of something, you have to come to grips with the fact that this person just wants to misunderstand. There may be something in the truth that you're spewing, your truth, the truth, whatever, that this person is not ready to come to grips with. This person is not ready to accept or acknowledge. So, Seven of Swords came out while I was speaking that. There's something that someone did, and it affected you. The thing with that, the catch, is that anything people do to you, it will affect them 10 times worse than it ever would affect you. And I think that when we're younger and we're very much in our ego, a lot of as a human, a lot of times we struggle with that the most. Like, how could you do that to me? I didn't do anything to deserve that. Or, you ever said that to somebody? Or like, how could you have lied to me when, like, I've been nothing but honest with you? Or how could you have stolen from me when I would have, all you had to do was ask me and I would have given you everything. I would have stayed without, but you stole from me. And then you thought I wasn't going to find out, you know, like, but the reason why, and then you get stuck on, but why me? 7 of Cups energy too. We just saw that. But why me? But why me? But why me? But why not you? Why not you? If you are such a good person, or if you are so genuine, if you are so authentic, if you are so willing to help, if you are all those things, then why not you? Why not you? Of course you're going to be tested the most. Of course you're going to be pushed the most. Of course you're going to be projected on the most. Like, why not you? You know? My dad used to always tell me that too. It was very triggering. Let me tell you, having a Libra, Scorpio cusp as a father, not for the weak. You heard? Not for the weak. Because, yo, and you ever hear the term of, like, someone who's stoic? Because I'm pretty sure even my own daughter would describe me as that. But, like, she didn't grow up with my dad. My dad was the fucking king of kings. You heard? So, he used to always, like, every time we would talk about something, and I, even as an adult, like, when I would, like, talk to him and just, like, I just don't understand why certain things happen to me. I'm living a way that I feel like should avoid, like, I should be avoiding these things happening to me because I live this way. And he would hear me out and not judge me or nothing, and he would be the ear. But then if I was ever asking him a question and waiting for, like, input and just trying to throw ideas back and forth, which I think that's the one thing that I miss aside from his voice the most, was his ability to bring substance to my life, my ability to bounce things off of him, and vice versa. So he would always give me that opportunity and that grace, but he would always keep it a buck with me. And I can vividly close my eyes and remember him turning his head and looking at me in, like, a caring, but also no nonsense, like, we here for the truth, so let's talk about it. You feel me? Like, he would look at me, turn his head, and be like, well, why not you? You're asking yourself you're asking why you, well, why not you? When you realize why not you, then a lot of shit will make sense. And you'll spare yourself the fucking agony of wasting so much time asking the questions that are irrelevant. Because if you're asking yourself a question for so long and you feel like you're not getting no answers, or you're not getting the answers, you're either looking for a specific answer that's not viable and that's why it's not coming in, or you're asking a question that's invalid. Don't ask why me, ask why not you, because then things will start to make sense. It's also the energy of, like, reverse engineering. In the last 6 months, we've been doing the coaching calls on Instagram, and that's been heavy as a collective. Even for the people that I do the coaching with, reverse engineering, so many times I bring that up and people don't even understand, like, what that concept is. And it's so vital to, like, ascending and growing and learning. Also, the way that Page of Swords, before we saw the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords was somebody who didn't even have to make certain mistakes. They were so weary and so aware and so alert and so observant and so wise with the owl that they were observing certain things that they knew how to implement a better way for their own life, because they had observed so much shit and conflict and turmoil and toxicity from their past. That was the Page of Swords. And so for the Seven of Swords is kind of the same energy, just reverse engineered. Or not reverse engineered, rather the other side of the coin. So where we had somebody in the Page of Swords, somebody was watching how other people were playing out certain things and learning and understanding, like, I'm not going to implement that moving forward. For the Seven of Swords, this is somebody who implements these things and moves these ways and looks around and... But it's not that bad. It could be worse. Like, what I did wasn't that bad. Like, I didn't hit you. So emotionally abusing you, it's fine. It's not that bad. It doesn't leave a mark. You know what I mean? And so for the Seven of Swords, I don't know if you're the person doing it or you're the person that's been through it, but there's someone here asking, well, why me? Well, why not you? Or why not you? And anytime you're given energy like this, it's always an alley-oop. It's like you're given an out and you don't even realize. Because that Page of Swords in you can literally alchemize the Seven of Swords energy. And like I said in the title, turn your pain into your purpose. So the ways that people affected you and hurt you and deconstructed you and changed you, right? Those parts of you can empathize now with people who have experienced things in ways that you've experienced them, or even remotely close to the way things you've experienced. And now you have the ability to empathize with them to a capacity that not many other people have. And so they will gravitate toward you. And you also have the power in your hand to not continue the pattern of the Seven of Swords. You have the power with the Page of Swords to alchemize that and change the outcome. And so in a sense, you kind of doing God's work, because you're preventing people from, you know, when they say hurt people, you're stopping the cycle. And so this hundreds of people, millions of people, thousands of people. There's 2 people. It don't even matter how many. But there is a person, at the very least, a singular person that will not experience the hurt that you experienced, because you took the hurt you got and you received and you had to endure and you alchemized it. So whether you affect 1,000 people or you affect 1 person, you're still, in a sense, doing God's work. Even we do this every day, parents, single parents, we do this every day when we decide to not continue the patterns that broke us when it came to our dynamics with our parents. Everything I just said, we're kind of essentially already doing it. Granted, we're going to make mistakes moving forward. You know what I mean? It's not perfect. It's not a perfect formula. But it's a formula that works nonetheless. And the more we pay attention and the more we're in the Page of Swords energy, the more insight we have to... My cat is rolling her eyes at me. First of all, bitch, you're lucky you're here because you're not supposed to be on the patio, okay? Oh, now you're tired of my shit? Good. No respect. Yo, she has the power to like stop me in my tracks, because the way she just poked her head up and looked at me like, girl, I'm sick of it. Just cuddle me and take me inside and give me a churro. That's it, and that's all. Somebody could be trying to talk to their children and help their children, apologize to their children, and somebody's child is not being receptive. Somebody's child is not interested. Just because they're not receptive, just because they're not interested, just because they think they know everything at their ripe ages, it's not the cheat code we're looking for to give up. Like, if anything, that's more of a reason for us to continue teaching them and showing them and helping them, because God helped them. Let me see. The Hangman at the bottom, and again, 7 of Swords here. I think someone was struggling with how to remove themselves from this energy of 7 of Swords. Someone was struggling with, like, how do I do that? Like, how do I remove myself from the equation? I don't think you're supposed to remove yourself. I think you're supposed to figure out a way to heal it. So this is completely unrelated, but I'm just now realizing that in this 7 of Swords card, there's actually 6 here. The 7th one, he's hiding. See him looking? He's up. He's aware. He's not asleep. He's not blind. He's not... what's the word? I just had it. Tip of my tongue. He's not oblivious to what he's sitting on. A 7th sword. Somebody may have ghosted you, or somebody may have created a space to where it was going to be triggering for you to start a problem. Somebody coaxed you into an issue so that they can do something grimy to you, or so that they can say that you did something grimy to them. The whole point is that they're coaxing you into doing this. I don't even use that word typically, but here we are. The way he's sitting on that sword. 10 of Swords. The thing is, I don't... First of all, it's the 8 of Swords, right? Because it's the 10 and the 7 is 17, 1 and 7 is 8. Someone did this. They didn't anticipate that you were going to do this. They didn't anticipate that you had what it took to even get to this point. So they didn't think that you were capable, let alone that you would ever do it. This 10 of Swords was something that wasn't even conceivable for someone. Which is why, energetically, they had to be like this. Sleep with one eye open. For someone here, someone did some grimy shit to you. And when it was your turn, what you did has them sleeping with one eye open. It's like, I did some really foul shit to someone and they didn't retaliate. And so because they haven't retaliated yet, I know it's coming. At some point, it's going to come. Because if somebody does it to me, I'm going to do it to them. You feel me? So somebody did something to you and you didn't retaliate. And you not retaliating, or in you meeting them with kindness even, it's almost like they're now... That's part of it. It's part of their karma. They're going to have to forever sleep with one eye open. Even if, hypothetically speaking, it's like... because you move grimy, you're going to always think that other people are moving grimy to you. because that's how you move. That's who you are as a person. Temperance and the King of Pentacles. What's going on between the King and Queen of Pentacles and the King and Queen of Cups? This whole reading. Temperance, King of Pentacles, Temperance, Wheel of Fortune. Page of Pentacles and Justice. This is something that comes in slowly. This is something that takes its time. This is not something that happens overnight. Somebody's sleeping with their eye open over that seventh sword, because they know it's only a matter of time before karma comes for their ass. Knight of Pentacles speaks of a long ass time. Something taking its sweet ass time. Ace of Wands with the Page of Swords again. Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, with the Knight of Cups. Somebody's wish fulfillment it has taken some time to come in, but it is coming in nonetheless. And the Hangman and that Six of Wands. If somebody is stuck, they don't understand how they could be in a Six of Wands position. Or someone's stuck in a position where they're questioning how is someone that moves so grimy able to be in their Six of Wands. But remember that the Six of Wands is how other people perceive someone or something. It's the Six of Wands, if you even look at the main depiction on the Rider-Waite, it's the fact that other people get to validate what someone already knew inside. And it's the Devil at the end. Devil energy. Somebody is going to go to rehab or therapy, some type of therapy, cognitive therapy, whatever. Somebody's going to go through that because they're no longer content sleeping with one eye open. I think somebody thought that this was normal, and then they come across someone who makes them see and understand that it's not normal to do that. It's not normal to operate from that space. And so they're doing whatever, the 1,000 steps I was talking about. Somebody's taking the initial steps toward their goal of the 1,000 steps to fix, to recreate. I don't know why they're telling me to harmonize. That's very much something that they're telling me. Like a 12-step program. Is it 12-step, 10-step? That's what they're telling me, though. They keep telling me baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. Somebody could have been diagnosed with like a terminally ill situation, and they're doing something or they've done something that is adding to their quality of life. That feels super duper specific. It's adding to their quality of life. For some of you, this could be a relationship. For some of you, you go from a really toxic, superficial, surface level, no substance having, super ignorant connection. And it drains you, depletes you. I just found out you can get sick from being with the wrong person. Like, literally get sick. Like, your body will break down. It will work against you. Your immune system will be fucked up. Tell me about it. Your immune system will be fucked up. Your whole shit could be out of whack. Your pH balance, I feel like we should not have to, that should not be news to somebody. Like, you fucking with the wrong person, that motherfucker will have your whole shit out of whack. Okay? But when you are with someone who adds value, who brings substance, someone who brings affection, someone who brings care and empathy, someone who brings, hi baby. She comes to the door every day. She's so cute. When you deal with somebody who brings all the positivity, it's almost like they put the light back in you. They bring you back to like to life. I'm hearing the Evanescence song. I was gonna say Effervescence. That's not the name of the group. It's Evanescence. Bring Me Back to Life. Damn, I haven't heard that song in mad years. It's like I don't know that it's rock and roll. I don't think it's considered rock and roll, but it's not hip hop. That's for sure. But it's fire. Like if you listen to like the lyrics of what she's saying in the song, she's literally saying, "Bring me back to life." That's what this looks like right here. Two of Cups and the Six of Wands. Somebody could be experiencing this. This could even be taking place in friendships. Somebody could have really had some toxic connections with people, family members and shit. Somebody me está despediendo la mente, me está despediendo like everything. Everything. Like I'm clearing my mind, I'm clearing my space, I'm clearing my energy. Like it's everything. It's everything. And I kept saying in the beginning of this reading, because now I'm still hearing that song. And yo, I haven't heard that song since I was like a teenager. Like my actual teenage years, before I was ever a mother. What she says in the song, she's saying, bring me back, wake me up inside, bring me back to life. Hold my hand and bring me to the light. Like, you gotta hear that song. I'm gonna have to hear the damn song now after this reading, because it's loud. Like I hear it loudly in the back. And again, it doesn't have to be that you're with, I was just gonna say, it don't have to be that you're with a person. The Lovers at the bottom. Like, yo, Spirit got jokes. Spirit and the jokety jokes, bro. I mean, it could be a romantic connection, but it doesn't have to be. But there's just definitely this energy of like coming back to someone's core. And you know what's interesting is that as you get older, as I've gotten older, I start to like, I know that it's I used to be like, oh, I want to get back to myself. Like I want to get back to my old self. But as I've gotten older, I understand that my old self, I don't want to go back to my old self. I just want peace with my new self. You know what I mean? It's like that. Because when she's saying in the song, bring me back to life, she's not saying bring me back to a specific time or energy. No, it's like bring me back to life. Like make me feel something is making or going to make you, there's an energy, there's a person, there's a situation, opportunity, whatever. It's going to be different for everybody. But there's something that's like bringing you back to loving yourself again, being outside again, socializing again, working again, loving again. Like there's something here that got you looking at the brighter side of things, which is interesting. I feel like this energy typically comes up when we're going into like the spring equinox. But this is, is tonight the equinox or tomorrow? Some shit like that. I know this weekend is a big one. We're in it. We're in the thick of it. Literally, it's a new moon. Excuse me. The second moon in Virgo, back to back. It's a new moon. And it's the eclipse. And it's the equinox. Like, it's all the things. It's all the things. There's like a million planets in retrograde. There's a lot happening. It's a lot happening. And I've already said this before. I'm not the astrologer, but there's a lot that's going to be transpiring, especially this last half. We about to be in the fourth quarter. Y'all about to be sick of me, but this last half of the year, closing out this year, it's going to be really intense for the air signs. Hi, mamas. Oh my goodness, because I'm not even supposed to be out here, but I've been listening and being a good girl. I was a bad girl when the members reading was on, but I got it together. I figured it out. Hi. Hi, princess. You say hi to the people? You say hi to the people? This is your cue to let me know it's time to go. I'm wrapping it up right now anyway. You're not my boss. I was already wrapping it up before you got here. I just want to let you know you're not controlling me. Ooh. She's like, we packing it up? Cool. Because I was ready to go. She behaved today, though. She definitely behaved. She stood on the hammock the whole time. She's not even supposed to be out here, but grandma's a softie, you know. Anyway, it's Saturday. I cannot be late. It's about to be 4 o'clock soon. So, I love you guys wholeheartedly, and I fuck with you guys the longest way. If you missed anything from today's reading, you might want to rewind it. Hit the playback, please, and thank you, because there was a lot in today's reading. Also, if you ain't got nothing else to do, you might want to look back to like the last 2 weeks, the lives that we did. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but quite a few people brought it to my attention, and I went back and watched it. A few weeks ago, I think I was talking to my members about this. I don't remember if I said this to like everyone as a whole, but if I didn't, I'm about to. Yo! Oh, you lucky girl. A few weeks ago, I came live and I was singing on here. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there will be sun. Right? I came on here. I was singing the whole fucking damn live. The live itself, I think it was the first live we did with a title in a long time. And a few hours later, our girl Queen Cup came on the same day, and she went live, and she was singing the fucking same song, and she was channeling the same message about the sun coming out tomorrow. So quite a few of you brought that shit to my attention that I had to go back and watch it. I even commented. I was like, yo. And then she was talking about Aquarius placements, something. I commented. I was like, girl, you got my whole shit in shambles right here. Because what are the odds of that happening on the same exact day? This was like last week sometime. Then again, my sense of time is fucked up. That could have been 2 weeks ago. I don't even know. But the point is that if you haven't been up to date with the lives and you just randomly caught the lives, especially for my OGs that you guys like tune in every time, you might want to go back and see the other ones, because the energy has been very much connected. I mean, it always is in a way, but like very much connected in the last few weeks. And for the members, I think I have 1 or 2 readings that I have to, that I'm uploading one right now, but I think there's 1 or 2 readings that I have still for you guys. And I think you guys may have gotten a reading yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. I believe so. Tomorrow is Sunday. For those of y'all who catch the vlog, I think tomorrow... Is tomorrow the last? No, tomorrow's the second to last episode. So we got 2 Sundays left for season 5 on the vlog channel. Shout out to y'all who tap in with that. And shout out to everybody who's been hyping the live. I didn't even know the hyping thing was a thing until a few weeks ago when 2 of the OGs were talking about it in the chat. And now it's a thing. Now that I know what it is, every time I watch somebody's live, I look for the option to hype it. I'm hyping everybody's shit. So shout out to everybody who's hyping my stuff. Shout out to everybody who's tapping in. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. You guys could have been anywhere else in the world. It is Saturday. And you guys were here with me today. For those of y'all who watch after the fact, thank you guys. And thank you guys for those of y'all who show love and hit like to the video. I got to play this back and look at the comments in the chat. I've been doing really good with the chat and keeping up. But like today, we're not going to talk about the fact that my iPad died like 20 minutes in. So I don't know what's going on in the chat. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. I don't know why, but I feel like somebody is inquiring about the vlogs. This is not even the vlog channel, but I definitely feel like somebody's inquiring about the vlogs. We have 2 more weeks. So tomorrow, being Sunday, is I think part 2. It should be the part 2 of the Virginia vlog, which is going to actually be Gio's graduation. For those of y'all who are regulars on my vlog channel, y'all know who I'm talking about, what I'm talking about. So tomorrow is gonna be the graduation and party and all that stuff, and then next week Sunday is going to be the 4th of July vlog, 4th of July weekend vlog. And then that's going to be the last vlog for season 5. Shout out to everybody who supported us on the vlog channel and showed up. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, I think, on the vlog channel already, which I feel like that kind of went quick. Definitely quicker than the growth on the tarot channel. That's for sure. But season 6 is gonna be up. You guys are not gonna have to wait for months for season 6. I'm already recording for season 6, but you're gonna have to give me a few weeks, but it is gonna be up soon. There's not gonna be like a 3-month wait for season 6 for the vlog channel. Yeah, that part. I feel like there was more shit that I had to tell y'all, and I don't remember. For everybody who's inquiring about the personal readings, because I have a lot of people in my emails asking me, I'm still doing personals. I literally did 2 of them today. 2 of them today. It was a lot. I offer them for my members, my diamond members specifically. And I do it that way for a few reasons, especially because of the scamming shit that be going on. And also just for like capacity. I got like 8 platforms up. I don't even know how I'm functioning at this point. And doing personal readings is a lot of energy. So as a member, they get access to over 300, 400 readings from over the last 6 years that I've recorded. All of my readings are available to the members, every tier. And there's still brand new videos going up. At least every other day, I have videos going up on the memberships. And they also are the only way to access personal readings with me is the memberships. I'm saying all of this because I'm in my Rolodex. I'm thinking of everything that's come up in the personal reading, in the emails of like things that you guys have asked me over the last few weeks, and I'm just trying to go over it and answer it here for you guys. I know I had a few emails for coaching, but I'm still not done with the coaching. The email for the coaching stuff, a lot of you from this channel actually emailed me inquiring about it. I haven't forgotten about you guys. I'm literally working my way through the emails in reference to the coaching stuff. Did I tell y'all I love y'all? I love you guys wholeheartedly, bro. Whole fucking heartedly. Thank you guys for having the patience that y'all have with me. Because let me tell you, no es fácil. No es fácil conmigo, you heard? But we'll be back. Probably not tomorrow. I don't think we're going to be able to do a Sunday service. If we can, I'm going to jump on some last minute shit. But I don't think we'll be live tomorrow. Maybe by Tuesday. Maybe by Tuesday. Happy birthday. Big shout out to all my Libras. If you know me, you know Libra season is my absolute favorite season. Like even as a child, before I even knew what a Libra was, October was always my favorite month. My birthday is not in October. I am not a Libra. I didn't even know until I was like a teenager that my dad's birthday was in October. But because I say those things because people be like, of course you love Libra season. Your father's a Libra. Like, yo, I loved Libra season since before I even knew that. All right? I don't know. Maybe it's herencia and it just was a thing. You know how they say la sangre llama? So like maybe it's that. I don't know. But I always loved Libra season particularly. The fall is my time. So many people DM me like, yo, it's hoodie season. What's really Gucci? It's mad cute that my excitement has kind of like worn off onto you guys too. You know what I mean? And not even just that. I feel like collectively the growth on this channel and my platforms in general, all the people who are like-minded with me, like I think that's why we are the way we are, because this channel has given, these platforms have given a space to the people who are like-minded, and I think we're just kind of kumbayaing and building our own little, I was gonna say galaxy, our own little community. A galaxy works too though. Either way, I love you guys, and I feel like I said it 9 times. Goodbyes are terrible on this platform. I don't know. Either way, I love you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Maybe Tuesday. Most likely Tuesday. Have a good day. Have a good rest of your weekend. enjoy the last little bit of good weather. New York City, it's going to be a cold winter, yeah. Really cold winter. So enjoy it while you still can.